Rock on Thumper. Thumper the Quarry Machine was in a foul mood. Sir Topham had sent him to another area of Boulder Quarry during the last few days of his operations. Following the incident in which a boulder had gotten loose and had demolished some engine sheds, whilst also causing trouble for Bear and the little engines. Henry, who had brought Thumper in the first place, felt very sorry for the machine, and so did Rheneas, despite being caught up in the antics of Boulder.
"It's not fair, man,"
Thumper whimpered to Henry.
"I didn't mean to knock that boulder loose. I could have, like there was nothing I could have done, man."
Henry completely sympathized with Thumper, but some of the other engines did not. The next morning, Henry took Thumper to his new position in the quarry. Bear had spent the last few days clearing away the mess of the sheds, which the boulder had demolished. "Dumb thing," Bear grumbled. "You could have endangered the entire island." "Well, thankfully," said Henry calmly, "he didn't." Then Henry took Thumper to his new position in the quarry. "Try not to knock anything else on the way down?" asked Bear. Thumper stayed quiet. Bear went to get some more freight cars, but he was not the only engine who was annoyed with Thumper. Duncan, who thankfully was not caught up with the antics of the boulder, was also very annoyed.
"How can you trust a big red bull to cause such destruction?"
Duncan grumbled.
"I can tell you what if it was me and I would have protected from this land."
"Well, you don't protect anything," snorted Rheneas. "All you care about is yourself, Duncan."
"Pah,"
said Duncan selfishly.
"Best to look out for yourself and for others."
"You know, Duncan," said Rheneas, "that Thumper is going to help you out one day, and you won't have the words to express yourself. Sir Handel might show up in the middle of nowhere." And Duncan rushed away. Rheneas rolled his eyes. Sometimes he felt that Duncan was just as stubborn as Sir Handel had been. A few days later, Thumper was finishing off his last section of the quarry. It had long since closed down, and Henry was to take him back to the mainland. He was just finishing up when Rheneas hurried over. "Thumper, we need your help," he called.
"I'm kind of busy, man,"
Thumper called back.
"Can I wait?"
"A rock slide has blocked Duncan's path," called Rheneas. "You gotta help clear the mess." And Thumper was worried.
"I'll just cause another accident, man,"
he wailed. "There's no time for that," called Rheneas. "You must help Duncan." Rather reluctantly, Thumper left his post and set off to help Duncan, with Rheneas leading the way. When Thumper and Rheneas arrived, there were rocks all over the place. Duncan, doing nothing else, complained bitterly.
"Just what we need," he grumbled. "It's just a huge red wrecking ball. This is going to be interesting."
But to Duncan's surprise, as Rheneas looked on, Thumper set to work without fuss. His mighty chisel soon had the rocks small enough to be cleared away. Rheneas was even more delighted when Rusty and Peter Sam arrived with empty freight cars for the stones to be loaded in. which would have been taken away. By the time Thumper was finished, it was also time for him to head home. Rheneas gave Thumper his thanks, but Duncan was speechless. That evening at the sheds, Skarloey, Rheneas, Sir Handel, Rusty, Peter Sam, Duke, and Bertram could talk of nothing more than machines, quarries, and boulders. Duncan stood in the corner of the yard. He didn't even look up. "What's the matter, Duncan?" chuckled Rheneas. "Have we got a thumping gray headache?" The other little engines laughed, but Duncan didn't even say a word. "It's like I said about Thumper," continued Rheneas. "You need his help sooner or later." Duncan muttered a simple sorry and limped to the shed. While the other little engines forgot about Thumper, I think between you and me, Duncan wasn't going to forget the mighty quarry machine for quite some time.